Hello everyone, I know it's been a while. How have you been? Yeah, so we are in a new corner of my apartment now. I just got a new office chair to complete my little work from home setup here because I just started a new job earlier this month where we will be working from home indefinitely. So yeah, the past few weeks, I apologize, I haven't really had time to post on YouTube consistently aside from my little shorts videos. I have been keeping up with my reels on Instagram and I do post some of them in the shorts video format on YouTube. But yeah, I wanted to just come back and film a proper long form video for you guys. So today I just wanted to do a really simple get ready with me using my recent purchase from Uemura. This is their Rock the Party eye palette in collaboration with Hello Kitty. I have used this palette a handful of times since I first reviewed it, and to be honest with you, I still have very mixed feelings about not only this palette in particular, but just the Uemura eyeshadow formula overall. I mean, this is nothing new. I've expressed similar sentiments in my previous Uemura review videos. Honestly, I just feel like we might be nearing the point where I have to throw in the towel and maybe say that me and Uemura's eyeshadow formula are just not compatible. The shimmers and metallics are usually great, like this gold right here and this bronzy color, these browns down here. Yeah, the shimmery metallic formulas usually don't give me any problems, but it is the mattes where I tend to run into problems in terms of like lack of pigmentation or lack of blendability, especially when they are lighter neutral colors. Even when I use my Anastasia eye primer, which is like pretty much every single time that I put on eye makeup, not just for YouTube but in real life as well, yeah, it just often does not quite turn out the way that I expect. Which is extra weird to me considering that most of Japan, I would wager that most casual Japanese makeup consumers still don't typically even use an eye primer. Even the looks that the Uemura official makeup artists post on Instagram, I doubt that most of them even use an eye primer. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it for the most part, so I'm very confused, like how come they can get the colors to show up on their models, but when it comes to myself, it just never comes out quite as pigmented or vibrant as I imagine in my head. But anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing now and start getting to this application. Okay, I'm just gonna start off with these two shades. I'm gonna use this pinky nude as a base all over. And then I'm going to layer on top with this copper brown shade, PR. We're just going for a really nice, rich, bronzy look. And then I might add in some purple accents or whatever later, we'll see. Okay, sorry, I'm switching to this angle because I feel like the lighting is better here. But yeah, we're just packing on that coppery, reddish shade. I've been really into just simple monochromatic looks these days. Like even when it's a bold eyeshadow shade, I like it when it's just that like horizontal stripe across the eyes, almost blocky looking. It might not make for a very interesting video or social media content piece, that's for sure, but I just find that, like especially for monolids or half creases or just flat eyes in general, such as mine, I just find that one singular wash of color to be really chic, but like a bold statement at the same time. I know it's like way more interesting if I mix 2 or 3 different shades onto my lids, but as of now, this is just the style that I'm feeling at the moment. The good news is though that you can actually still play around a lot with your under eye area, so you know, there are no limitations here. Let's get out of that limited mindset moving into the new year, shall we? You can always find a way to be creative and do whatever you want pretty much with the features that you've already got, with the cards that you were dealt. Okay, so now I am going to fill in my inner corners and run down the center of my lid with a nice wash of this golden shimmer. The fallout on this palette is insane. Do you see that? It's like all over my cheeks. That is one thing that I have to say I really don't appreciate, especially for this price point and for this caliber of a brand. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe off the fallout later before I finish up my eyeliner and lashes and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do something risky now. I'm going to attempt to apply some of this Xxl Purple Glitter. This is uemura's newest chunky glitter formulation. It's like a pressed glitter basically, and it's much more loosely packed than the rest of their shadows. Ideally, I think that you would be better off just using glitter glue to make sure that this stays in place, because the last time I tried using this, it was really hard to get it to stick in the area of my skin that I wanted. But since I don't have any glitter glue, I opted to just pack on some extra eye primer on my lower lids here, and hopefully that will give us a little extra adhesiveness. Here goes nothing. Ah, see, it's falling already. Ah, okay, I'm still getting a little fallout, but at least it does seem to be sticking to where I placed the eyeshadow primer. Alright, so that actually doesn't look so bad at all. I do think that this glitter is really beautiful. It's actually this really unique mixture of purple and red and silver particles, so it's like this really multi-dimensional effect that you get. But yeah, just the looseness factor makes me really nervous, because you really do ideally need some sort of glitter glue or proper adhesive to hold it in place. If I wanted to go the safe route, I would have just gone with this purple shimmer down here, but this one is more of like a grayish purple. It has more of a smoky tone once you blend it out on the eye. I wanted to go for something more fun and party vibes, I guess you could say, today. So anyway, that is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. I'm gonna throw on some eyeliner, lashes, finish up the rest of my face. Okay, so here we are with the finished look. I changed my shirt because I felt like the hot pink was just clashing too much with the makeup, but yeah, I think it came out looking pretty cute. I'm kind of on a red lipstick stint again. You know, I go on and off with the red, and I feel like every time I get back into the red lipstick trend, I wonder why I ever left it, because it just looks so bold and glamorous, and it's totally matching like my vibes these days. So as long as I'm feeling this way, I'm thinking I should just keep the red lip going. It's also this particular shade of red too, so I use the Armani Lip Maestro liquid lipstick in 400. I think there are two different names for this. Like, apparently in English this is referred to as the red, but then when I search Lip Maestro in Japanese and I put the number 400, it says red carpet. I don't really see the point of that personally. Like, why not just call it red carpet in all markets? But there you go, apparently it goes by different names, but the number is the same. So this is number 400, and this is definitely my favorite red that I've ever come across. I purchased this on a whim on one of my flights back when we could still travel across borders. Not anymore. I don't know if you guys follow the news, but just the other day, the Japanese government has announced that it is barring all foreigners from entering Japan because of the new Omicron virus. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Omicron, I think. Yeah, so that's fun because that also puts all of my personal travel plans in limbo as well. I was planning on going to the States in January for a work trip, and then again in March, me and one of my co-workers from my last job, we were planning to go to Korea together, which I'm crossing my fingers that March is still far enough in the future that things might change from now until then, but I don't know, maybe it's best for me to not get my hopes up at this moment. But yeah, back to the lipstick. So I purchased this on an actual flight, like from the duty-free catalog, because I was so bored. I don't know about you, but every time I purchase a red or a bold colored lipstick, which is a fewer and fewer occurrence these days, I always think like, oh, I'm gonna get 2 or 3 uses out of this max. You know, I do YouTube reviews and Instagram content and things like that, so at least I'll be able to use it for social media related things, but I'm not gonna actually be able to wear it in my real life. So I always purchase knowing in the back of my head that the chances of me actually finishing a bold red lip are slim to none. But I think that I might actually be able to accomplish it with this one, because I've been using this quite often in a lot of my looks lately, and I think I'm gonna start wearing it in public too, because I have these new masks that are like they're constructed in a way so that it doesn't stick against your face. Here, I can show you. So I bought a bunch of these masks off of Qoo10. They were really affordable, less than 500 yen for a box of 20. Yeah, there's 20 in each, and you can get them in all different colors. Instead of the regular like accordion style mask that stretches across your face. This one kind of opens up in a more boxy way, like there's more room in here so that it doesn't touch your mouth, and it looks better too, I think, because it makes your nose look higher. See that? It just looks classier in my opinion. So yeah, this is really popular nowadays, but these are really expensive when you buy them in the Japanese drugstore. So I prefer to order these from Ku10, and it says, like, the description and everything is in Japanese, but these are actually made in China and shipped from Korea, interestingly enough. So yeah, this enables me to like put on lipstick again when I go outside, even though most people are still not going to be able to see it. At least I can do that for myself. I can feel like I have an actual full face of makeup on. I don't necessarily need people to see it to enjoy it for myself, right? So yeah, these masks, honestly, like, they're changing my makeup game. I'm not gonna place any expectations, but if I do happen to use up this Armani Lip Maestro tube, I would definitely consider purchasing a replacement, because this is hands down the best red that I've ever come across. It's like so bright and lush looking, but without looking cheap or neon, which is why I can't deal with the red from the cheaper brands like Can Make or Cezanne. I mean, their red lipsticks still look fine on most people. Like, there's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just that once you've gotten a taste of the steak, why go back to the hamburger? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not too deep, not too bright, and it has that nice rich blue base that brings a depth to it that these other drugstore hoes just cannot bring to the table. Okay, but yeah, back to the Hello Kitty palette. So I do think that this was one of my better days using this palette. I think most of that can be attributed to just the combination of shadows that I used. So I used these two, the matte and the copper brown metallic, and then I used the purple Xxl glitter, and then the gold for the inner corner highlight, as well as the mid-eyelid highlight. I think this is quite a good combo, both shade-wise and also formula-wise. Yeah, I'm still not like 100% on board with Uemura's eyeshadows. I don't think I'll ever be. It's just not the best formula that I've come across, you know, especially for this price point. As sad as it is, I don't think I can be any more lenient than I already am, just because it's Uemura. I think my biggest gripe with this palette in particular is pretty much just these two shades up here. They're just very lackluster and chalky looking to me. Even if you take away the factor of them not really mixing well with my skin tone, I just think that the formula itself is also very subpar. They swatch well on the fingers, but once you try to actually blend them into your eye and use them in a look, they just fall flat for me personally. And that's pretty much been the case for every single Uemura palette that I've tried so far. There's always at least one or two colors that are duds like that. I am happy with the look that I came up with today, but at the same time it's like, did I really need a special Uemura Hello Kitty palette to achieve that, or could I have just used my Red Dragon palette, the Judy collaboration with Odin's Eye, right? Like, if I open up this one, aside from the purple pressed glitter, of course, I could have easily created something similar with Red Dragon, right? Could have taken a little bit of Serene, some Yin, some Amber. This whole row right here basically would have given me the same like burnt copper vibes that I was trying to create today. I don't know what to think really at the end of the day. You guys let me know what you think. I would really love to hear a second opinion actually. Please let me know your thoughts on Uemura eyeshadows, whether it be this palette in particular or just their regular single eyeshadows. I'm not disappointed enough to get rid of this anytime soon the way I did with the other palettes, but like, how much of that is the fact that it's shaped like a huge Hello Kitty head, right? I think, if I'm honest with myself, that's a pretty big factor. This is definitely the cutest eyeshadow palette packaging that I've come across in 2021. I especially love the 3D plush bow detailing here. It's very satisfying to squeeze on. But yeah, Uemura, do better. That is my closing statement for this video. I did promise you guys a part 2 of my makeup haul from last weekend. Don't worry, I did not forget about that. So I will definitely do a video on that as well, showing you the rest of what I got. I mean, I'm always buying new things, so there's always gonna be technically some kind of haul to show you. But yeah, as far as the stuff that I bought last weekend, I do need to finish showing you the second half of that, because I think there are some nice, exciting new things in there that people might want to see up close swatches for. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!